Welcome to ARK. Server 415. This is a basic tutorial for new people to the game, some rules and guidelines so that we can all enjoy this server. Most people will be more than happy to help you, but due to a massive rise in new people onto the server, it has become quite a problem for the bigger tribes to help. So we decided to make this movie, to save time and effort. Now before we begin, let's go over some basic rules or guidelines that most people work with. If you are unsure about anything, feel free to ask. 1. Don't build where you choose to spawn on the island, as others will end up spawning in your house. At least move a little away from the area. 2. While building on mountains is okay, please make sure you build away from any kind of metal spawns or big areas of stone resources, as many other players need to mine these materials, and building on them or near them stops them respawning. Some mountains have not been built on at all, due to arguing about buildings. To avoid any kind of fights, it is best to build lower down the hill rather than on the tops where most of the more needed resources are. Here are some quick examples. 3. If you wish to join a tribe, it is best to go search for other low-level players in your area, rather than spamming the chat. As tempting as it is to want to join a tribe with high-level members, in most cases you will be turned down to your lack of knowledge of the game so far, and in some cases you will log back online the next day, to find you have been put in a jail. 4. Don't build where you can have control of caves or other important areas, as it is unfair to other players who wish to collect artifacts. 5. If you wish to steal from other players, that is your call. It is a PvE server, so other players can't kill you, but if you are caught you will be named and shamed in the server. In most cases you will be caught and locked in buildings until you die and they retrieve their stuff. 6. Try to keep your base simple to begin with. A lot of new players to the server flood areas with thatch foundations to stop other players from being able to build in that area. In some cases it is justified, depending on the size of the tribe. If you are playing by yourself, try to keep to small areas, and once you get a few friends in the server, then expand your territory. If you are playing with a group of players, it is best to build in the same area as each other. If you have members of your tribe building all over the map in different locations, it can cause problems for other groups or nearby bases, and in most cases you will spend bulk of your time going around the map cleaning up after your members. Now that is finished, we would like to welcome you to the server. We hope you will enjoy this game. If you have a low-end computer, it is best to change the settings. To do so, choose extremely low memory when starting up the game. If you are still having problems, try extremely low memory, no sound or no sky effects. Once you have logged into the server, hit Escape Options and change your graphics quality to low. Then hit Apply and save. In this same menu you can also change bulk of your settings, like turning of the chat box. Also, it may be good to change your local chat to a different button than insert. This is your basic info bar. The first item is your level up indicator. There are many ways to level up in this game: collecting resources, taming or killing dinos, or building items. If you are in a tribe, you will gain shared XP towards leveling up. Once you level up, you can choose to increase any one for your basic stats. In order to do so, press the I button to bring up your inventory, and by clicking the plus symbol to increase that stat. It is best to work on your health, food or water to begin with. Most of these are self-explanatory, except for fortitude. Fortitude gives you better endurance against the cold and heat. It also helps you against poisoning and drugging. Once you have chosen one, then it will take you to your engrams. By choosing what engrams you want will give you the ability to build that item. Different items cost points, some more than others. You may need to level up a few times to get the items you want. Weight. The more weight you have on yourself, the slower you move. If you overload your weight, you want to be able to move. Sometimes it's great to move items over to your dinos to reduce weight. Water. Water is quite easy to obtain by swimming or hitting near water. Rain will also refill your water. If you are going inland on the island, it is good to bring water skin, but water is quite common. If you are sprinting, mining or chopping wood, your water will decreases faster. If you run out of water, you will lose health and eventually you will fall unconscious and die. Food. The easiest method to collect food is to take them from bushes. Bushes will give you berries and fiber. There are many different berries. To eat berries, open up your inventory and click and drag the berries onto your hotbar and press the number to eat it. You can cook any raw meat you get of dead dinos and eat it as well. This also heals you. Stamina. When you sprint, jump, mine, attack, or chop anything, your stamina will decrease. If you continue to use it after it has been completely used, it will start to make you tired, and eventually you will become knocked out. When knocked out, you can be killed by dinos and other players. When you log offline, this also happens to you. While you are in this state, players can drag you into houses. Health. You will die if this reaches 0 by being attacked. If you become too hot or cold, you will start to take damage. This is indicated by the icon on the left-hand side of the screen. Clothing will help you with heat and cold, depending on what type you have. Some will help with the cold and some with heat. Some basic cloths are recommended to start with. Taming your first dinosaur. Your first dinosaur should tame is a dodo, while a dillo is better for offense and protection. Learning how it works is best done on a dodo. There are some items you will require before you start your taming. Food. You will need to collect a lot of food in order to keep the dinosaur tame bar going. If it runs out of food, the tame bar will drop back to 0 and you will have to start over. There are many myths about starving the dinosaur to make the tame quicker. We have tested this many times and it is untrue. If your dinosaur is a herbivore, you will need to feed it berries. While you can feed it any berries other than stem and narco, much berries will give you a bonus and speed up the tame a little bit. If you are taming a carnivore, you will require raw meat to get to kill animals and harvest the meat. While you can use raw meat, prime meat will increase the speed of the tame, but it has a quite quick expire time. Knockout methods. In order to keep the dinosaurs knocked out while it eats, to do this you require ARK berries. You must force feed them to the dinosaurs knocked out. You will require a lot of them. You can also make narcotics, which are more effective than ARK berries, but require the engram to make them. To start with, you will need to knock out your target. Depending on what level you are at, there are different ways to knock out your target. At low levels you can punch them. If you have a slightly higher level you can use a slingshot, and even higher again you can use a bow and narcotic arrows. Once you have knocked out your target you will see 2 bars. A taming bar and an unconscious bar. Once the taming bar is full it will become yours. The unconscious bar must be kept up with some part of the purple bar on the screen. If this runs out, your dinosaur will wake up. To start the taming, place the food in the dinosaur inventory. It will then start to slowly eat the food. Depending on the dinosaur and its level, this can take anywhere between a few minutes to 12 hours. This is of course for the bigger dinosaurs. In order to keep the dinosaur unconscious you must force feed it narco berries or narcotics. Click on the berry S in its inventory and then hit remote use. Once the tame is complete you can then name your new friend. To control the new tame you can hit the T button to make your tame follow you, then you can also hit the U button to stop him following. You can change the way your dinosaurs reacts to when you're under attack. By holding you can change it to passive, which it will do nothing. Neutral, which it will only attack when attacked. Aggressive, which it will attack anything within sight. You can also store items in your dinosaur so you have more carry weight on you. Also, it is best to note that just because a dinosaur has a low level does not mean that it be knocked out with no effort. Size goes matter in this game. Building. It is best to build a small building to log off and then store items. When you get a few dinos, it is also good to build something to store them in as well. In order to build, create the items you wish to make build, add them to your hotbar. All buildings require a foundation to build on. The walls and roofs will snap into place. Thatch, cheapest and easiest to get. Low health. There are faults with it, like falling though it when logged out. Can be crawled under in certain places. Can be destroyed by wild dinosaurs. Low expiry time 4 days. Wood. Parts are easy to find, but have farm loads of wood to make parts. Mid health. Can be destroyed by wild dinosaurs. Good for expat low levels and great for secure bases. Mid expiry time 8 days. Stone. Harder to get the parts needed to make. High health. Can't be destroyed by dinosaurs. High expiry time 12 days. Metal. Hardest to make, as materials are hard to get. Best health. Can't be destroyed by dinosaurs. Best expire time 16 days. If you log off, outside players can drown you. Also, they can bait dinosaurs to kill you, and in some cases they will lock you in buildings. So make sure you log off in your house. Now you have a basic idea on how the game works. If you're having problems seeing at night, hit tab and type gamma before and enter. This will brighten your screen. To turn it off, type gamma 2.2 instead. We hope you have enjoyed the tutorial. If you really liked it, be sure to pass it on, like or subscribe. We would like to make a more advanced video, but only if we get the need for it. If there are any ideas for the next tutorial or have any questions, please comment below. Thank you very much. We will catch you on the server.